Good afternoon and welcome back to DR Sports for a Halloween special with myself, AGT, back in the hot seat this week. Big up to my bro Matty Renton for taking over last week. To my right, looking very scary indeed. Who is that? It's Fuad. How are you, fella? We've also got...
Big clap on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Big clap to everyone. Keeping it quiet, just mean mugging. Love to see it. Making his debut on the show, James B, all the way from AFTV. How are you, fella?
Thank you. I'm good. I find your look creepier than Fuad's, actually. There's something very sinister about.
Yeah, I'm about to rob a bank after this. Yeah, man. And making his debut again on the show, we have Limal, the West Ham fan, as Wolverine.
Yes.
How you doing, fella?
I'm good, man. It's hot over here.
It is hot.
I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah.
And we've got a lot of hot games coming up. Welcome back to the Saturday Football Show.
Look who steps up again, Kevin De Bruyne. And I've said many a times before, I feel like he's making his case to be the greatest midfielder in Premier League history, just stronger and stronger.
100%.
And the thing is I don't see him kind of fading away anytime soon. No. But you look at just the highlight reel they were showing us there, where he's, even in a game where we're saying City aren't doing much, he's still creating everything. He's still the string puller. And they've signed Haaland, they've signed Grealish, they've spent money around the team, but he's still a cut above everyone. And I don't know when we start kind of having a conversation of, is he the greatest?
He's been there for 8 years now.
100%.
I think that's...
You look at consistency,
case,
you look at longevity,
yeah.
You look at team honours, you look at individual honours, you look at individual impact within that team, you look at numbers, goals, assists. He's surpassed Gerrard for assists, if I'm not mistaken, in way less games. He's almost reaching Lampard levels. Well, Lampard levels for goals is another level. It's almost like striker level. But I feel like for a midfielder, he puts up great numbers consistently. And I don't know. In my opinion, I've said I have him number one. And it's a case of the case just keeps getting stronger because I don't see him fading away. But where do you lot have him? Do you lot think at this point now we're getting to the point where it's becoming undisputed?
Certified top 5. Cemented. And then it's the top 3 discussion. Top 2. Is he not even 2?
It's always the question, though. It's always the question is like, if you don't want to put him top 1, who's above him and why?
This is
like, if you don't have a decent argument for who's better than him, then I feel like...
The only knock people can have against him is the Champions League. And I feel like, can you knock a player for a team honour? And I look at in the Champions League, who has been Europe's best player in City, best player in Europe. They've had Yaya Toure, Aguero, all these great Silva. He's done better than all of them for City when it comes to Europe. He's probably taken them the furthest as well when he's been in the team against that Chelsea final. And then he got knocked out by Rudiger, of course, and you saw what that turned out like. But I think he is just underrated. And he's truly one of those players, I think, as well, not just for this era. I think even if you take him out and put him 10, 15 years ago, he's still one of the top players in the world. I think he transcends era as well, in my opinion.
I'm with you. In an era now where we try and define midfielders so much, even to the point where you can't even say someone's a number 10. It's, well, are they a shadow striker?
Yeah.
Are they get in the box? Or are they a creator? Are they a playmaker? This guy's been able to do a box-to-box role / creative role / he can do a job from out wide. He can do a job as a goal scorer. He's done all these things, which is why I agree with you. You could put him in kind of any era and he would have the tools to deliver.
Same impact.
And he's a weird player that's kind of, he wasn't there with that like real original core of City players of David Silva, Toure, Company, Aguero. I think he came kind of 3 years after maybe, but yeah, around 3 years after. And so he's not seen as kind of like, when people are rattling off the names for statues outside the Etihad, he's not one of the first mentioned because he's still playing. Yeah. But then he's also coming at a time where couple of years, then Pep arrived, and it kind of just became the norm. Oh yeah, there you go, De Bruyne is doing what he's doing. So we never actually really stopped to be able to actually recognise quite how incredible he is, because there's always been another narrative around City or people before him. But I'm with you. I think he's the best. I think he probably is the best midfielder, Premier League midfielder we've ever seen. I do put him in that category.
Massive shout there. Let us know in the comments if you agree.
Shout.
It's Bournemouth at home to Tottenham. Can they bounce back after 2 losses in a row? This could be the 3rd loss in a row, which would only be the 2nd time it's happened under Conte at Spurs. A year in charge now. just quickly before we move on, I asked Abby the same yesterday. How would you sum up his year so far at Tottenham?
Personally, I've enjoyed it. I feel like we've had a bit of identity, a bit of direction. There have been moments of optimism where I've thought, do you know what, we might be turning over a page and moving in the right direction with the right man in charge, in my eyes. So for me, I think it's a case of, can we equip him with the tools to kind of succeed quick enough? Because obviously his contract runs out at the end of this year. But for me, I've enjoyed it, and personally, I'm hoping for more of it. I know some fans lately this season have been complaining about the style of football or whatever, but I say look at the past 3 or 4 managers. They've all kind of fell victim to the same thing. So at some point, you kind of have to look at the tools you're providing every manager and say, do you know what? Maybe it's something here. And listen, we've made a few signings over the summer and in January, but as I've said many times, even on this show, I think the last time I was here was the transfer round where I said we've done quantity over quality in my eyes. And I feel like over the first 10 games or so, now people can kind of see where I was coming from with that. When I was saying we might not qualify for top 4, and people were looking at me, Spurs, what do you mean? And I was like, now you're starting to see a little bit of that. And it always takes a little bit of time to see it, but I've enjoyed the year under Conte, I'll be honest with you. I just hope we can kind of give him enough to at least sign a new deal, do you know what I mean?
Can I ask, Fuad, is the style of play, as a Tottenham fan who watches week in, week out, you, not me, before people start, do you think Conte comes away from a lot of those performances and himself is disappointed? Forget the result. Like, I'm trying to. Okay, you're actually quite good against Everton, but there have been a few wins. Do you think he walks away and goes, "I'm not happy with that," or does he come away and go, "Brilliant, that was the plan. Hard to beat, got a couple goals."
And I think even with Jose, this is what I used to say. I think there's some managers, Steve Bruce, or something, who might, Tony Pulis, who might set out their team to intentionally play ugly.
Sure.
But I felt like with Jose and Conte, they have specific systems, specific presses, specific playing styles where they want their teams to be efficient. It's not about being fancy, and I think back end of last season we saw that when the wing-backs were good, when the front three are firing on all cylinders, when the midfield is effective, his team looks like free-flowing and they can attack, but they're also solid at the back. But then the minute the wing-backs aren't as effective with their crosses, the midfielders can't create the forward line. All of a sudden, Kulusevski's injured, Son's form is iffy, Richarlison's injured, Kane is the only one standing. So it's a case of the system isn't really clicking out, and it looks disjointed, and that's what you're kind of getting. So when you play these kind of very specific systems, it has to go, and you have to have the right pieces in place, and we don't have that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious to see how they react, and against a team like Newcastle, who are well-drilled,
There's been a goal for Brighton at home to Chelsea. Boom! It's 1-0 to the Seagulls. An incredible start, only 3 minutes in.
Here we go.
And Graham Potter
Here we go.
is behind at the Amex against his old team. And, of course, it's Leandro Trossard
What a player.
with the goal. So many good words spoken about this guy. He really is standing out, really, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I actually think he's been quite good since he arrived, really, but he's only got better and better. You can see that there's quality there. He's got the goal, and I'm delighted. But he's came big goals, you know. He scored against
Hat-trick against
at
Liverpool,
Anfield, a goal at the Etihad, a goal against Chelsea. What's wrong?
Are we keeping poker faces like as we did the predictions? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, calm it.
Poker face.
I'm upset.
You'll
bro.
learn.
Like, this is why it's dead formation. This is what happens.
This is in my...
Good luck.
I'm on
That's
course.
true.
I'm still. I'm still
on course.
Oh my gosh.
I'm on course. Thank you very much, Leandro.
I'm going out after this. I can't eat chilies like that, man. Like, honestly.
Oh, you better
Listen,
hope
plenty
that
of
Chelsea
scores still to
score.
come.
Club toilets aren't that nice.
No,
He's
absolutely. A lot goes down in there.
Good player, Trossard, though.
Yeah, and seeing as it is Halloween weekend, we thought we'd give you a topic that runs throughout the show, and this week it is scary sights in football. Obviously, we've taken the... To be fair, Lamar hasn't. He's still got it on, but it could easily be his going out shirt as well.
Yeah.
I don't think,
Do you know what?
people would know.
I might rock this. I actually
Why
might.
not?
Do you know what? Can I take this after? I need an outfit for tonight, so I might just...
All bought and paid for on DR Sports.
Why aren't you two wearing yours? Like,
I was supposed to wear it, but I didn't have time.
And also,
This
I
is
did my
awful.
dressing
didn't
up
have
yesterday.
time.
It's poor form.
No, I did my dressing up yesterday, and the producer Jason poured fake blood all over my fresh white new T-shirt. So he's getting me a new one.
I saw that.
Yep, no, that's happening for
bro.
sure. But scary sights in football. Now we could be talking about Ronaldo wearing the first mercurials, the fat Ronaldo that is, or we could talk about, Henri with his socks pulled up with the gloves on in the O2 kit. So let us know in the comments. Get them in now, and we'll read them out throughout the show. Any suggestions?
Oh,
from
I
you
see
there,
what you're
James?
saying. Kind of.
Beckham in Predator boots, the Manias in 2002.
Emerson
That's scary.
Royale's
terrifying.
first touch.
That was terrifying.
Shots fired. Spooky. Ooh.
I've got one for you. When you're the team playing City after they've just lost a game. You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
scary sight.
That's when you're
So
like,
that would have been Leicester today.
you know you're gonna hit. You're gonna be hit for 5.
I'll give you the scariest side,
Go on,
actually.
let's have it.
There was a goalkeeper. I can't remember exactly which one, but there's an infamous picture of where there's a free kick there, and there's David Beckham, Ronaldinho,
Yes.
Pirlo, and I think Seedorf as well, someone.
Oh, that's
But I
not-
was
And
just like,
Juninho.
and no, was
The-
it Juninho? No, it was AC Milan. It was AC Milan,
Oh,
and I
AC
remember it was
still,
just
yeah.
like
Seedorf maybe
arguably
standing
the
over it
4
as well.
deadliest free
Yeah.
kick takers in the world.
Yeah.
And if you're the keeper there or you're the
Yeah.
wall, you're just thinking, what am I here for?
Yeah.
Like, what am I actually here
sit
for?
down. Honestly,
Yeah.
That for
sit down.
me, I
Give it
think
your best.
whenever I see that picture, I'm like, that's a scary sight.
For
Because
me
it's
as
a
well.
dead ball as well. This ain't, I'm not asking you tiki-taka. That
ball.
moment there.
I like that one. We can go with free kicks.
That's a really
I
good
think
one.
if I was in the wall and I saw someone like Didi Hamann tap the ball and with Jonani Risa running at it full speed, that
Yeah.
can be scary. Ask Alan Smith. Broke
yeah.
his leg
Yeah.
via
can't
a
lie to you.
Risa free kick.
From 2012 to 2018, if I heard Champions League music and I saw noodle hair,
Ronaldo.
spooky.
Scary sight.
I
Who
as
got, who got manhandled by Haaland last week? Did he barge out the way for his goal?
Brighton. I think it was Lewis Dunk, was it?
Yeah.
That's a scary sight.
He definitely he's scared when he sees
And he's a big
Haaland.
guy, Lewis
Yeah,
Dunk,
he
as
sees
well.
him
He
in
just
his
went-
Seeing
nightmares.
De Bruyne look up and you know you're the centre back and Haaland's already gone, that's a scary sight.
That's a scary
I'll
sight.
tell you one. I know you'll enjoy this, but I have to be honest. And this is actually one of the, not for you, but you know you go into a game semi-excited, but I would actually go worried about these games. Arsenal, Liverpool, wherever it was, home or away, lining up against Salah and Mane.
Yes.
And we had Bellerin and Kolasinac.
Don't forget Bobby Firmino as well. Don't forget him. How dare you, actually?
But we kind of always had a
Scored 10
centre back.
goals against us.
He was immense. Don't get me wrong, but
Still
like, yeah. But there was always a centre back I vaguely trusted in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be Koscielny.
Vermaelen.
Yeah, there's always one I kind of didn't. But I'd watch like Salah and Mane and be like, you lot are gonna have fun today. It was stressful.
A couple
do you
more
know-
scary
do you know
sights
who's
coming
on?
in.
Roberto Carlos. But from the perspective of if you're in the wall.
Yes. Or the ball. That's a scary sight.
Yeah,
That size
yeah.
7 boot
Yeah.
running at you.
Yeah, feel the.
If you're the ball, that's
It's
not a
2-0
good place.
Brighton!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my
Ruben
word!
Loftus-Cheek has scored an own goal.
My predictions down the drain.
Wow! Who would have thought it?
What is
Potter
going on?
in the mud at his old home.
Still.
No!
No, you're lying.
Am I lying? Am I lying?
There's
Alex?
No, mine's down the toilet.
Big up to everyone getting in your scary sights. Very interesting ones, these. Let's have a look at them. Nasri with the neck warmer. Says
Yeah.
Brian Ladd.
Yeah,
that a scary
that's a
sight?
good one.
Maybe
that,
not.
yeah.
Conte's hair.
Right, mad thing. Okay.
Nah, listen, pre-transplant, I hear it.
There's a
I hear
few
it.
shaky
There's-
hairlines.
There's one I
There's-
see
yeah.
holding the goalpost or something like that. I'm like, brother.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah.
a few
Hey
shaky.
man, we got to go Turkey.
Got some
real
work
quick.
to do.
Mane's hairline was on his back for like a whole season.
For sure, yeah.
It's a mad thing.
Dimitri Johnson, bold Rooney, total 90 boots, United kit with the black chevron on. I would go with the AIG. AIG
Chevron,
kit in
yeah.
08.
Yeah.
No, Aeon.
Yeah.
Aeon.
No, AIG,
No,
I'm saying.
AIG with
Skinhead
the
Rooney.
white.
Yeah.
Skinhead Rooney with the Aeon.
Skinhead with the total 90s. Woo,
That is real
whoosh.
spooky hours.
Patrick Vieira with Vicks Vapor Rub on his shirt. If you're in the tunnel standing next to Big Paddy V and he's got that circle which looked like snot on his shirt, on his jersey, that is a scary sight. Trust me. I haven't experienced it, but 6'3", standing next to him, he's not even looking at you to acknowledge that you're existing. That's a scary sight for me.
Yeah.
We've got some more here. Carragher when he sees Henry.
I was going to say that.
Yeah,
I was
Carragher
going to
was
say that.
definitely cooked a few times by a King TT, for sure. Barcelona in a Champions League group with Messi in their team, I suppose. That is a scary sight. Didier Drogba in a cup final in general.
he's a joke.
Great record.
Or just against Arsenal. Yeah, he was another. Before it was Salah and Mane, it was him. I'd go Chelsea away and be thinking, we're facing Drogba. Oh, at the Emirates. Drogba. Unbelievable player. I don't know.
Too hot under there, isn't it, bro?
Bro, I was trying
What
to
did
keep,
you put it on for?
I was trying to keep the poker face, didn't it? Just in case the score went through.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's too much.
Napoli come to Anfield on Tuesday night in the Champions League. Absolutely flying right now in Serie A. They're obviously playing today. They're 4-0 up at home to Sassuolo. Oh my goodness me! There's been a third at the Amex, and guess what? It's not gone to Chelsea. It's
No way you had 3
for Brighton.
There's no way. I don't believe.
This is at this point. I'm just
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. We're just happy.
As long as someone's doing worse than me.
Woo!
I hear.
A scoreline. Can you believe it? Chelsea getting absolutely smoked at the Amex.
Good.
Who would have
Do you know why?
thought it?
This-
And
this-
it's Estupinian, the left back.
Can I say this is a nice moment for football. Forget the rivalry and Arsenal, Tottenham fans here. Even a West Ham fan will be loving this. You as a Liverpool fan, we're going to love this for all the Chelsea-related reasons. But this is a nice moment for football because a team like Brighton can do everything right. And yes, a nice goal. A team like Brighton can do everything right. They go and hire a manager. You know, that did well in the Championship in Potter. They bring him to the Premier League. They give him good players. They're smart in the window. Basuma goes, Caicedo steps up, although I think he played a bit last season when he was there. You know, they bring in Cucurella. I hadn't heard of Cucurella before he came to Brighton.
Amazing
What's he go
scouts.
for 62 million a year later? You know, anyone can just click their fingers, pick up these players, blah blah blah, and they're 3-0 up. It's a nice footballing story. This I like
For sure. And the story keeps on going. Trossard on 5 minutes, Loftus-Cheek own goal 14 minutes, and it has now been counted as a Chalobah own goal and not an Estupinian goal.
Day. We can't argue that. He's definitely elevated them to a point, to a standard. It's just there's something about his tactic or play style that just doesn't translate in Champions League finals. Not even the Champions League in general, because he can get there. There's something about that final with Man City. What is
It's a
it?
mental hurdle.
Goal for Brentford, and the deadlock has finally been broken, and it's Ben Mee who has scored the goal for Brentford at home to Wolves. Massive goal for them. Another super chat from IDK, scary sight. Ty going trick-or-treating in his full Arsenal kit and headphones. Yes, that would be. Goal
They've
for
got one back.
Tottenham. Goal for Tottenham.
Ryan Sessegnon.
2-1. Your reaction, Fuad?
Listen,
Is the game back on?
there's always a game when Conte's in charge, but 2-1. We'll see how this one goes in. Listen, second half, it's still early. It's 57 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, so plenty of time still to play.
Manuel saying, if only Klopp had Pep's budget, godlike. He has spent half of what
Give it
Pep
a
has spent in
rest.
the last.
I've not always subscribed to that, you know.
The Liverpool broke.
Goal for Newcastle, and it's Joel Linton. 3-0 now. Newcastle running riot here with the villains. And Joel Linton, the big Brazilian striker turned midfielder, has now popped in a third goal for Newcastle. And again, the plaudits are rolling in.
This is scary.
Well, it is the Halloween special on DR Sports. So
Yeah.
make sure you keep on sending in your scary sights in football. Big up into your Nan,
I
who says, AGT, you're the man. Well, thank
Sorry,
you,
what
Nan.
was that?
Or into your Nan. I'm not into your Nan.
Listen,
Just that's your name.
I'm putting out a public challenge to any Tottenham player out there.
Oh, hello.
If any of you can take a corner and beat the first man, I will donate to any charity of your choice.
How much?
Any.
Any amount?
Any.
Amount?
Any.
7 grand?
Just any.
Your fee for today's show?
I said any.
We'll get it sorted. We'll get it sorted.
Wait, I'm
beat the
taking
first
from
man.
that they can't beat the first man.
Mate, it's been 2 years, over 2 years since Christian Eriksen left. Nobody has been able to beat the first man on a corner, and nobody has been able to beat the wall on a free kick. Ask Harry Kane what beyond the wall looks like.
He doesn't know.
It'll sound like Cersei Lannister. He doesn't know.
It's a famous song, isn't it?
What's happened? Tell us.
Harry Kane just went very close of a header there from a surprisingly good Emerson Royale cross.
Oh,
Wow.
from a corner,
Listen.
was it?
Good
No,
cross.
just got the ball out wide, decided to come inside. Oh no, it was Ryan Sessegnon floating on the other flank for some reason. Listen, unlucky there.
Whistles
Unlucky
wide.
there.
He's done that a few times, Conte, where he's just
Unlucky there.
switched the wing backs for no reason at all.
Yeah, it didn't, I can't lie to you. Last season when he did that a couple times, it completely backfired every time. Doherty at left wing back, la hawla.
We did mention earlier on in the show that Robbie, James, and
It's 2-2
Expression.
in the Tottenham
It's
game.
2-2. It's a goal for Tottenham. The comeback has been completed,
no.
and it's
I
Ben
told
Davis. Ben Davis, the defender for
I
Tottenham.
can't believe this shit.
Still a while to go
you're right.
here as
Sessegnon
well.
is playing right wing back at the moment.
Wow. Unbelievable
yeah, it's
result
gonna
here
come
at
from corner.
Bournemouth. And Tottenham
Yeah,
draw level.
one job.
We'll just stay
Mate,
with Fuad until that goal goes in. But it's looking like Conte now has the momentum to go on and win this game.
Does he?
Does he, Fuad? Do you reckon?
Does indeed.
Does he?
This is what Conte does. I'll be honest with you. He one thing I have seen since he has come in, with it being a year he's been here, is we do fight till the end. So as I said at halftime, yeah, I knew it. Come from a corner, whip the ball in. They beat the
Good
first
corner,
man for the
so
first
hang on.
time.
So you what? So how much money you donate?
You
so
let
your
me know
your fee
which charity
today
I need to
is
donate
going
to, and I shall. You see what happens though?
the
You beat the
AGC
first man.
charity.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That charity's eating good, baby.
No.
We need to cut the banks.
I'm trying to think
But
of
nah.
an abbreviation for AGT that could be a charity, but it's too slow.
Very good ball though. Back post. Listen, a draw away at Bournemouth. It's not for everyone.
Well, the game hasn't finished yet. You could still win it with 15 minutes to go.
There's
a
plenty of
win at
time. You've
Bournemouth.
won it.
A win at Bournemouth would be great. What a result for Tottenham. A draw versus Bournemouth, says IDK. There you go. But as we mentioned there, we did send James, Robbie, and Expressions to the Howl House, I think it's called.
The Howl. Leighton Buzzard.
So we do have a clip for that, and if you want to see a Tottenham fan being absolutely scared to his bones, then make sure you like this video, and until we get a couple more likes, we will play it to you. I want 1,000 likes on the stream. How many do we have right now? Can someone check? Let us know. How many likes have we got right now, so we know how many to ask for in the comments. How many have we got? I didn't see that. We've got 400.
We've got 400.
Guys, we need to get this to 1,000. And do you know what? I'll even tell you who the Spurs fan is. It's Expressions. And he's absolutely cacking his pants. And I promise you, this 13-second clip is well worth the watch. But I can't play it to you until we get to 1,000 likes, guys. I can see the likes piping up right now. So make sure you get them up to 1,000. And then I will press play on the clip.
I was there, because there's an AFTV version as well. It's gold. It's absolute gold.
Were you actually scared, yeah?
It's a bit of a spoiler.
Actually, no, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Yes, in short, yes. But you'll see. You'll see when you watch them both.
Well, listen, guys. Until you get up to 1,000 likes, I cannot. I can't play the video. And it's a belter as well. What a time of the show to play it as well. Just as Tottenham might win the game, we need to
Put
play
one
this
challenge
clip.
out there, and all of a sudden, all the corners are going back post. I like this.
Yeah.
More challenges.
I heard they played this stream out on the speakers in Bournemouth, and the players heard it and went, "Wow,
Challenge accepted.
yeah."
Yeah, we'll take that. How many likes are we on now, Hass? Let me know.
Yeah,
The
no,
screen
You
turns
see
up.
why I
We're nearly on
always,
600. Nearly on 600.
600. See,
Let's
all
go.
it takes
Let's
is
go.
a
Rise
little
it.
push.
Rise it.
I always
we
laugh
need it.
at Spurs and then say, "But I'm not writing them off." Do you see
Yeah,
why I
yeah,
always
yeah.
say that? Because
Conte.
They're jamming.
it is Antonio Conte.
Spurs are so jamming.
Under
That's the thing.
Nuno, game lost. Dare I say under Poch in the last year or two, maybe? I don't. Maybe do turn it around, but Mourinho, game lost. But under Conte, I'm just like, yeah, they'll fight.
Come on, guys, get the likes up, says iGamer. Hit the like button, says Top Gear Easy. Big up to the main Anonymous for asking 1,000 likes for a 13-second clip. Do one. Well, the time it took you to type out that message, you could have just clicked, and then you would have got it sooner. But everyone can get onto the main Anonymous. He's the guy that's holding this whole clip playing up.
Anonymous, man.
So
Don't be
everyone
that
just get
guy,
into
man.
him. Don't be that guy. Smash them likes.
just
says
like
Ashley
it, man.
Williams.
Thank you for tuning in.
Please
Come on.
do it. We're not liking until the goal feed is updated. Can we get the goal feed updated, production, please, as soon as possible?
Davis scored, and it was
I
worth
think it
2
is up to
goals.
date.
Incredible.
I don't think it's behind.
2-0 Bournemouth. Davis
How many
scored
likes are we on
2-2.
now, Hass? How many we got?
6.
Goal for Newcastle. It's now 4-0.
Okay,
And
this is
Aston
not-
Villa, after winning 4-0 last week under their new manager, Danks, well, it's not looking good this week. They're 4-0 down, and Newcastle cannot stop scoring goals at the minute. 4 away at Fulham, 5 at home to Brentford. Now 4 at home to Villa, 2 at Tottenham last week. Newcastle are the form team, and guess who? It's Miggy Almiron, who who scores the goal.
Yeah, fair
On
enough.
fire. 7th goal of the
Yeah,
season
he is.
for the Peruvian now. Unbelievable return considering
tight,
his
lads.
numbers before this season. How many likes do we have? If you guys want to see expressions absolutely shit himself in the haunted house, all you have to do is press like, and as soon as we get to 1,000, I will give it to you. Seriously, it's that easy. How many are we on now, Has? Let me know.
I don't
What
do
we
the
got?
haunted house thing.
Nah, Stevie G feeling a little bit better now, says Shola.
Yeah.
He's Paraguayan. I do apologise. He is Paraguayan, is Miguel Almiron. He's also better than Grealish, according to Plastic Hunter. I knew it was a P country,
We're
but
on
apparently the
650.
goal was crazy. We're on 650, guys. We still need a whole lot of likes before we play it, and I
Can I
want
ask
you
how
to
this
see it.
predictions thing work? Is it?
Just check my scores. Yeah.
How do you do it? Is it predicting the winner?
So you get a point for the correct result. So
Right.
if you said Newcastle to win 2-0, but it was 4-0, you would get 1 point because you've guessed that the
Right,
team
okay.
They're gonna win.
win.
Right.
1.
Okay.
Or you get 2 points if you get the
I wished him all the best at Barcelona. At Chelsea, I don't want it to go well. So he'll come back and I'll just sort of sit there quietly. I won't be...
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't need to applaud a Chelsea player coming back. I'll just... Cool, whatever, you know. I like him, but I don't have any love for Chelsea
Arsenal
players.
fans still bitter about the transfer of Aubameyang to Chelsea.
That's
That's the headline.
I was waiting for the headline.
That's how my brain works. Yeah,
You're the worst.
sensationalised.
Arsenal fans in the comments, I'd be interested
So
in your take.
so someone best in the world here said you become a Arsenal legend by winning a title or a Champions League. There's levels to this, SMH. So I'm assuming Robin van Persie and Fabregas don't fall under that bracket.
I think there'd be a lot of Arsenal fans that would...
Fabregas
Yeah,
must.
yeah, he's probably... Yeah, they're not legends.
But yeah, I do actually agree with that
Van
statement.
Persie and Fabregas, I don't think are Arsenal legends, no. Wilshere thing,
We
right?
can't blame Wilshere for that.
Let me give you the Wilshere thing. When he... Do you know what? I bet Tottenham have just scored. They're 3-2 up. I bet it
Oh
was-
my goodness.
I bet
Rodrigo Bentancur has just scored the winner for Tottenham away at Bournemouth, and it looks like it's their first win in 3 now, Tottenham. The comeback was possible, and now it is definitely completed in the very, very late dying embers of this game. Fuad,
Jammy
3-2 to Tottenham. There's been another goal at the Amex, and who's it gone to, James?
It's Brighton. It's 4-1.
4-1.
Pascal Gross.
Wow.
Who had a very, very good start to the season. Is it the 92nd minute? Is that how late it is?
Yes. 93rd minute Tottenham score. But
Oh my
Brighton 4-1 up now at home to Chelsea. This has been the absolute nightmare return for Graham Potter, and Pascal Gross, one of his main guys who he managed for a few years, has scored the 4th.
No,
Do
hold
you know
on.
what? We
Can,
haven't
can I just say...
Time's finished.
No, you know what? Let's be some real men round
What
here.
do you mean,
Yeah,
Mr.
let's
Ruben? I
go.
did
We're
agree
gonna
to
do this.
this.
Go, lads.
We're going to do this together.
Come on now.
Put your waters down as well.
No, you're mad.
We're doing this straight like
Let me
real men.
record this live.
Come on.
I didn't agree to this. Also, why is there
we're
such
just
a big
going now.
bag?
We just go cold.
Just straight in.
No base.
And that bag's been sitting
Yeah?
there.
Hello?
Oh, you're doing it. You're fully... How hot are these, by the way? Is this just like a regular chili? I don't want to do it. I'm a pussy. I can't do it.
Is that right?
Yeah, man.
I'm having a,
See a little struggle, but
having
nah,
a
it seems
tiny
calm. James, I think you should do it, bro.
shut up. I had a tiny bite. I'm not- I filled in last minute.
Hiccup straight away.
That's rough.
Come on, James.
Tiny bite. Not doing anymore.
It's not good. Oh, hey.
I'm eating the rest out.
Atletico Madrid have also scored João Felix in the last minute. Away at Cadiz to get a draw.
No, kill me.
Oh my days, that is very hot.
That is the dumbest idea.
Do you need the mask? Is it?
I need the mask. Shut up.
Oh, boy, you lot are going pig, boy.
I had a tiny bit as well. I don't know how
Oh, man.
Apparently, Coke helps.
you... Shut up. Who invited you? Oh, yeah.
You. Right, that was very hot. It's the first time I've actually done a chili on DR Sports.
It's the first thing I've eaten all day.
Baby food, that's
Oh.
light. That's light.
Yeah.
We have
You're
that in
gonna
our,
shit
we have like
yourself.
7 of those in our dinners.
Yeah, well I don't.
You
Well,
lot,
actually,
you lot ever have jalapenos in your pizzas?
no.
Do you have like milk on set or something?
Nourishment.
It's the right side of my tongue. It's not even the left side.
No, it's everywhere. Oh, fuck. All stream. I went without saying that word.
Yeah, James is not
really
happy.
last minute.
You're not happy at all.
My tongue just touched this beer and instantly the foam went like that.
Sorry,
it
what?
had no foam before.
James isn't even wearing a t-shirt right now.
Our
Just-
production think they're funny. No milk.
That is hot on the right side, man. Right, let's wrap
How
this
long
up.
do we have to sit here and suffer?
No, let's wrap it up now. I've been AGT. I'm back again next week to host the Saturday Football Show. I can't wait for it. Massive game. Tottenham versus Liverpool next Sunday as well, by the way.
Big
We'll
one.
have to get a
Big
preview
one.
in, for
Yeah.
sure. Massive shout out
Shout.
to Lamar on his debut. It's the right side of the tongue.
Thanks for having me.
Shout out to you, mate.
Thanks for having me.
You've had a great show today. Well done.
Appreciate it.
James B, also a debutant on the show. Big up to you, bro. Thanks for coming on, as always.
I gave up my Saturday to watch Tottenham win and eat this.
Well, you got paid, so don't complain. We also
Don't be
have
sore,
a
mate.
few had on the show today. Big up to you, mate.
Hey. 3-point collectors, all tight. All tight, all the 3-point
And
collectors.
you guys at home have been brilliant today. Thank you for getting the likes up so quickly. Thank you for all your amazing comments.
If I
And
thought I'm
it's been a
enjoying
great
this a
show
little bit.
because of you guys. Make sure on the way out you like the video. Follow Lamal, myself on the Cop TV, James, and also Fuad. The links are in the descriptions. You can't go wrong. Until next time, take care. We'll see you soon.